Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to review two important topics in skincare series. Number one is what can you do for the dry skin and what are all the tips to prevent the dry skin. And then the second topic would be how can you prevent yourself from sun damage. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Let's get into the topic. So the first tip for the dry skin is I usually recommend patients not to take hot showers. I know many of us, we love to take hot showers, especially if it's a winter month or colder months. The hot showers can dry up as well as remove the natural oils from the skin, and that's why it makes your skin very dry. So make sure you take cool or warm showers. Tip number 2 is after you get out of the shower, within the first 3 minutes, you have to apply a moisturizing cream because that will help to lock the moisture. And when you also dry your skin, make sure not to dry like this because the towel can also remove the natural oils from your skin. Make sure you pat dry with your towel so that it will not remove all the natural oils from your skin. The next tip is usually a lot of us ask me about what are all the moisturizing cream or is there moisturizing lotion which is helpful for us. The moisturizing lotions are the ones that are water based, they are not very thick, but then the moisturizing cream are the ones that come in the containers, they are very greasy or they are very thicker. So someone who has a dry skin, I usually recommend them to use a moisturizing cream. And then another important question that has been asked a lot of times is how many times applying could be beneficial for you. If you are someone who has a dry skin, I would apply at least 2 to 3 times per day in order to lock the skin moisture. The next important topic in dry skin is called hand dermatitis or dry skin of the hand. This is very common because we wash our hands a lot during the day. So for those people that I usually recommend them to apply a good moisturizing cream every time after your hand wash. So the tip that I use is because I frequently wash my hands during the whole day, I carry a moisturizing cream or a Vaseline in my packet, and then every time with the hand washing I make sure to apply that will because help you to retain the moisture in your skin. The second important tip is if you are washing dishes or if you're gardening or if you're cleaning and then if you're using harsh chemicals, make sure to avoid the direct exposure of the chemicals to your hand. Make sure to use the gloves, especially when you're gardening or when you're cleaning with the chemicals or when you're dishwashing. Make sure you use the gloves so that you can avoid the exposure of the chemicals, and it also helps you to prevent a frequent washing of your hands. If some of us may have a thicker or more of a dry skin, that can also cause a lot of itching or scratching of your skin. For those patients, I usually recommend them to trim your nails because scratching with your nails sometimes can also introduce an infection. It also causes bleeding from the part of the dry skin. So if that's happening, make sure to see your doctor and they'll be able to prescribe you some medication, some cream to apply that, and that'll be helpful for your dry skin. How can you protect yourself from sun damage? So there are 7 tips that I wanted to review with you. Number 1 is if you are a sun sensitive person, you have to avoid the direct exposure of the sunlight anytime between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Even if you have to go under the sun, make sure to use an umbrella or go under a shade. Number 2 is wear a sunscreen protective hat. This hat should have a long brim so that it will give you shade to your face as well as your ears as well as your back of your neck. Number 3 is the sun protective clothing. So I would recommend you to use long sleeve shirts as well as long pants in order to prevent yourself from the sun damage. And also if you are an outdoor person, you can also buy those UPF 50, which is UV protection factor 50, that is available in a lot of the clothing, and that you can use that as well. Number 4 is apply your sunscreen. So sunscreen products, there's a lot of questions about how much and what can you do. So make sure to apply your sunscreen liberally all over the body. And some of us, we use the sunscreen, but sometimes we forget to apply that in the back of the neck or the back of the ears. And sometimes I see some patients with the skin cancer spots or sun damage spots in the back of the ears or the back of the neck. So I usually tell them to apply all over the body and make sure not to skip those spots. And then an important question about this is SPF. So many of us ask us what product should we have to buy. If you have a sensitive skin, make sure you don't buy any of those scented or perfumed skincare products. Make sure that you buy unscented products. And the SPF, which is the sun protective factor, should be minimum 30 or more. And nowadays I see a lot of products with SPF of 50 or 70 or more, but the minimum recommendation that we recommend is it has to be SPF 30 or more. And then also when you buy those products, make sure that it is broad spectrum. Broad spectrum, what does that mean is it has got protection against both UVA as well as the UVB. And then the next tip is, if someone who has a sensitive skin, then definitely you can buy those mineral based sunscreen products which has got zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. That can be helpful for you. And then the tip number 5 is sun damage and protection for the eyes. Make sure you use the sunglasses, and that should say it has got protection against both the UVA as well as the UVB, because sun damage can also cause cataracts. 6th number tip, if you are an outdoor person who sweat a lot, or if you are a person who is doing water sports or swimming, make sure to reapply your sunscreen products every 2 to 3 hours. So when you buy those sunscreen products, make sure to read those label or instructions that will tell you how often you have to reapply that. The last as well as the final tip is the shelf life. I know we buy those sunscreen products, we put that in the shelf, but then we don't look at the expiry date. So it all comes with an expiry date. Make sure that you use within the time frame that is suggested. I hope this video was very helpful and useful for you to how to protect your skin from sun damage, as well as what can you do to prevent the dry skin. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification. Thank you for watching, and I will hope to see you all in the next video.